What some voters are saying today.
I think it's very important for me to do a civic duty. I wanted to make sure that we can make some changes happen. I wanted to make sure that, we were represented well.
I think it's a very scary direction, to be quite honest, and this is why I'm here today, to be able to vote and to make sure that the people that I feel are capable of doing the job that I feel politically needs to be in place.
And ABC News' Ejiochi is joining us now from Atlanta, Georgia, where there are two contentious races for both the Senate and the governorship. ABC News' Devin Dwyer's in Pennsylvania. He's watching an important Senate race there. Ike, let's start with you. Herschel Walker, well, he's had a rocky campaign. He's taken blows and scandals have erupted in his past that would have decimated, just destroyed any other candidate. But after this onslaught of bad press, which is centered around women alleging that he pressured them to get abortions, he's denied those allegations. So how do Georgia voters look at that, and how are you looking at the day and what it will bring?
Well, Terry, the contradiction between the allegations levied against Herschel Walker and his actual stance on the procedure itself doesn't seem to really hold any weight or any bearing on the voters supporting him. As a matter of fact, there was a voter who told us earlier today that they didn't care if Herschel Walker did the procedure himself. They were still going to support him. Now, joining me now is Josh Yawn. You were a voter. You just cast your ballot not too long ago. You also know of the allegations facing Herschel Walker. Did that have any effect on your vote?
Me, not per se. I think a lot of people are going to, ultimately vote how they're going to vote, one, left or right, however they choose. But for me, more so, my stance has always been more so pro-life. It's a very complex issue. It's not really a black and white, thing. So I personally don't feel as if men should be making the decisions on a woman's body. So Herschel Walker's allegations didn't necessarily sway my vote per se, because like I said, I've already kind of had my ballot in mind. But for a lot of people, I don't believe, maybe not as much. I think they're going to, vote left, right, regardless. So.
Now, what about the issue of abortion itself? Do you think that should be expanded, the access to it here in the state of Georgia?
Ultimately, I do agree with that. Like I said, I've touched back on, I don't believe men should be making decisions or rights based on women's bodies. It's not our discretion or our choice. So it's a very complex issue. Like I said, not black and white. So it's, in my opinion, very dangerous to just strictly ban abortion in general.
Right. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely,
so, Terry, you heard it yourself. One voter here just now saying that those allegations against Herschel Walker that we've all been hearing for weeks and weeks and weeks, well, really didn't have any bearing.
It's amazing. It really is, Ike. As I say, those allegations and the evidence around them would have destroyed candidates just a few years ago. We're in a different country politically now. Let's go to Pennsylvania, where Devin Dwyer's with us. Devin, that state's Senate race between John Fetterman, who came back from a stroke now to finish the race, and Dr. Oz, that's critical for control of the Senate. You've been out with poll workers and voters. What are you hearing?
Hey, Terry, few people we've heard from today, though, are thrilled by their choices in that Senate race, or really the governor's race, the other marquee race, just not happy. And we're in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. We're in Sam's Sub Shop here. This family, third-generation sub shop, great place if you're in this area, stop in. But they were just telling me, these voters are independents. This part of Pennsylvania, just outside Philadelphia, is purple country. This is the area that will decide these close races tonight. We know that the governor's race, the Senate race you were talking about, very close. And we've heard all day that top issues on voters' minds, economy, inflation, crime, abortion, right up there as well. And these voters don't clearly fit in any partisan box. In fact, everybody we've talked to here in Kennett Square today has been telling us, they are voting on the issues. They're concerned. They're not thrilled about their choices, but they know the stakes are too high, Terry, to sit this one out.
The stakes. As I said, both political parties presenting this choice in the midterm elections as dire, really, right? Democracy itself is at stake, the president, the Democrats say, and the Republicans are saying that America as we know it will go away if the Democrats have control. Do you hear that kind of desperate stakes from voters, Devin?
I haven't heard the desperation, Terry, I got to be honest with you, but I have heard concern about what the results in this state will mean for our democracy. In fact, I was just speaking with a third-generation mushroom farmer, Chris Alonso. This is the mushroom capital of America. They produce 500 million pounds of mushrooms here a year. And he was telling me that he's concerned about democratic issues, but more importantly, concerned about the economy. And it's not an easy choice for him. Take a listen.
Recently, it's been a challenge with the costs going up with inflation. There's a labor shortage out there. And with the supply chains coming through, sometimes we're waiting on trucks and raw materials. So it's been a real struggle recently. I'm not looking at red or blue. I'm looking at which candidate is paying attention to business needs, to our workers' needs. So it's migrant issues, it's Hispanic issues, it's business issues.
Chris was telling me, Terry, that he is leaning on members of both parties to come together. Compromise, common sense is the theme that we've heard a lot of today, Terry. Fortunately, obviously, we haven't been hearing a lot of that lately in this campaign. And on the airwaves, the ads here have been punishing. The sub shop owner here, Michael, and his family have telling me they're going to be very happy when those ads stop starting tomorrow, hopefully, Terry.
I'll bet a lot of Americans feel the same way. Ike and Devin, thanks very much for being on the ground for.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.